Okay, if you're like me, you are sick and tired of hearing of these Russian conspiracy theories with Donald Trump. You see the mainstream media, you see the liberals and the deep state use this as their major talking point against Donald Trump, and what they're ultimately doing is emphasizing the tard in libtard. And I know I've been very critical of Donald Trump, but there has to be something said about just how insane this faction has gone in order to attack him. And while they're doing that, they're creating a huge disservice to the American public by making these irrelevant issues their main talking points against an administration that should be held accountable but is not because of their lunacy. We're going to talk about that, how Roger Stone's the ultimate troll, and a lot more in this video. But before getting started, you have to understand that there's a huge YouTube purge happening right now with mega corporations trying to wean out and destroy anyone online who's trying to red pill you with information, and that's why it's important for you, if you want to see more videos from us, to support us on patreon.com/WeAreChange. Now, continuing on with the story, if you type in Trump and Russia into Google News, you have 21.1 million results, an obscene amount of results that all circulate around this conspiracy theory of the Trump campaign being in collusion with the Russians. Meanwhile, the same institutions that are critical of Donald Trump were praising and rejoicing when Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama cozied up to Putin. But now they're doing the complete opposite. This scandal, no matter how wrong, how incorrect, how asinine, is still not going away and won't go away anytime soon. There are numerous congressional hearings, committees, and investigations going on now, with media pundits like CNN's Juliette Kayyem literally just making up claims of how Michael Flynn, the former national security advisor for Donald Trump, has flipped and will testify against Donald Trump, ultimately just making things up out of thin air and speculating based on no factual evidence, even though she is on a news program where she is supposed to report the facts. Dick Cheney came out of his torture dungeon and is lecturing liberals on how, quote, there's no question that Russia meddled in the US elections and how this is a possible act of war. Yeah, when you have the lying war criminal heartless, he literally has no heart, demented, dangerous debacle of a human being, Dick Cheney, joining your side, you have something to worry about, especially as a liberal. These people are literally stringing pieces of evidence together on a bulletin board as their main evidence against Trump and Russia. U.S. Senator Chuck Schumer is literally having conniptions and going off against Trump supporters inside of New York City restaurants, just showing you how insane this whole pact of neocons, liberals, mainstream media, the deep state have gone in losing their mind in this whole debacle. And now here comes the latest, biggest piece of evidence that this alliance of immoral, unprincipled human beings have against Donald Trump with these Russian claims, and it is Roger Stone. And Mr. Roger Stone, a supposed confidant of Donald Trump, is coming out and saying that he had a, quote, back-channel contact with Mr. Julian Assange of WikiLeaks. And now this alliance of nonsense is saying, well, we have Roger Stone, who supposedly is in contact with Donald Trump, saying he's in contact with WikiLeaks. There has to be something here. There has to be some collusion of the Donald Trump administration and WikiLeaks, right? No, and they're absolutely freaking wrong, and I will tell you why. Well, number one, Roger Stone is a troll, and the amount of publicity that he's getting from this whole debacle is mind-numbing. WikiLeaks came out and said that he is trolling just to get attention, and I cold-heartedly agree with them. If you remember clearly, there was an incident on October 4th, 2016, just a few months ago, where, according to InfoWars and their confidant, Roger Stone, WikiLeaks was about to release the October surprise. Roger Stone came on the InfoWars broadcast and said that the Clinton campaign will be done because of WikiLeaks' announcement of the so-quote October surprise, because he had backdoor channels to WikiLeaks. Now, Julian Assange released a press release detailing what he was going to talk about, mainly celebrating the fact that WikiLeaks was around for 10 years. They released this press release to the public, but still InfoWars ran with the headline that, according to Roger Stone, this was going to be where WikiLeaks releases all the information against Hillary Clinton and ultimately ends her campaign. But here's the problem. WikiLeaks did their broadcast and said everything that they were going to talk about and didn't release any articles, sparking Alex Jones to become an absolute freaking madman on his television show, tell the world how Julian Assange sold out, made fun of his penis, and then attacked him because he was using his press conference as an opportunity to push his book, which he said was wrong, and then ultimately cut him off and started promoting his own products. Even though there was InfoWars employees who were telling Alex Jones that he won't be releasing any documents according to the official press release, but Alex Jones still decided to believe his confidant, who supposedly had a backdoor to WikiLeaks, Roger Stone, on this issue, and then had a major conniption, anger, trauma fit when WikiLeaks didn't do what Roger Stone said they would, proving Roger Stone to be absolutely full of crap and faker than his hair. I made a full detailed video about this, which will be in the description below, that I definitely recommend you watch. And yet this is still the mainstream media's major piece of evidence against Donald Trump now with his collusion of WikiLeaks and Russia. Regardless of that fact, Donald Trump is firing back. He's telling people on his Twitter account to watch Fox and Friends as they're making reports on John Podesta's, the former Hillary Clinton's campaign spokesperson's, links to Russia. And yes, John Podesta, the former campaign chair for Hillary Clinton, is linked to a state-run Russian company. He did have shares in a Russian-financed company with close ties to Vladimir Putin. The John Podesta brothers confirmed that Russia's largest bank had hired the Podesta group to lobby for an end of sanctions for them, and many people are saying that John Podesta has violated the law by not disclosing these shares in this Putin-linked Russian company. Trump, on his offensive now, is also linking Hillary Clinton to a uranium Russian deal as pressure is mounting on him because of these useless attacks against him, and he's even asking the House Intelligence Committee to go after Bill and Hillary Clinton for allowing a uranium deal to go down between them and Russia. So Donald Trump obviously is not backing down. He's doubling down and attacking them, again, on a pointless issue that doesn't serve the American public at all and has no relevancy to our lives. Let's be honest here. This is a whole slurry and a whole pot of dumbassness that ultimately I find irrelevant, and I'm sick of hearing about it. But to make the bigger point here, from everything that I'm seeing, there is no collusion between the Russians and Trump, mainly because that is exemplified by Donald Trump's foreign policy. And as President of the United States, Donald Trump has defied the Russians inside of Syria, inside of Ukraine, with Israel, with Iran, and also with North Korea. You look at almost every geopolitical move that Donald Trump has made militarily, and it is directly against Russia and their foreign interests. The case is very clear, and if you look at U.S.-Russian relations right now since Donald Trump took office, it is not in a good place since the Russians are fearing that Trump will possibly launch a surprise nuclear attack on them, especially after the United States deployed a new anti-missile system near its border in a very provocative move that could spark a nuclear war between these two superworld powers. So I think an issue like that, or an issue about the humanitarian crisis unfolding in Yemen right now because of Donald Trump's continued policy in that country, are a lot more important than these deranged, lunatic, conspiracy theorists, butthole, Democrat, liberal, mainstream media, and deep state are going on and about. If you agree, share this video. And if you can, donate on patreon.com/WeAreChange so we could actually exist and not depend on being screwed by YouTube like we are every single day.